We'll see what we have coming to. I don't want to get my hopes up here, right? But we've heard that potentially coming to the side stream would be ShinyMark and bocchi, who we just saw, of course.
Listen, Kevin.
That sounds like a terrible matchup for bocchi.
Well, even if it's not a terrible matchup on paper, it's ShinyMark.
It's ShinyMark.
If he was more active this season, right? He only attended 3 offline tournaments, 2 of which were B+ tier Diamond Dust and S+ tier S Factor 11, notably winning both of those. And then his 3rd offline event, right? I believe also winning or doing very well at. Plus, arguably the best online player in the world, up there with Sonics, Wrath, and a couple others. Nobody grinds like this guy.
No.
And for someone who is also in Guatemala, which means he has to travel far to get to a lot of these bigger tournaments, as someone who's a full-time student, and someone who still crazily does not have a sponsor. By the way, sponsor that guy. Nobody does it quite like him. He's one of the hottest names in the scene for a reason, and someone who, again, if he was more active, would very easily, I think, have an argument, and does talent-wise for being one of the top 10 players in the world.
Is ShinyMark the #1 seed for this tournament?
Yes.
Yeah, #1 seed for this tournament, playing against the Midwest hero. I'm going to say hero, but it's bocchi. And so getting back with the Lucina versus Pikachu. Yeah, I mean, like you said, it's not really about how bad the matchup is, which it is bad. It's probably Lucina's worst matchup, but it's about the fact that you're playing against a world-class player that has fought the likes of Mr. E, fought the likes of some of the best Lucinas in the world already.
And also, someone who's staying with Leo this weekend, right? Someone who says, hey, you might be the best Lucina of all time.
True.
You don't play the character right now, but want to warm me up for my bracket path tomorrow? Right, we don't know if ShinyMark did that, but that's certainly an option he had available to him. And again, someone as you mentioned, has the experience, has been there before, despite his young age. And if you're bocchi the Glock, I think you're just excited to get the VOD. You know that upsets can happen. You're trying to not think about, hey, I'm sitting in from ShinyMark right now. I have to play a Pikachu. This is a rough matchup, but I know my game plan. I just have to stick to it. Because it is possible, Kevin. It might be difficult. But as we saw, right, from Mount Everest, and as we saw even more so from this little game called Celeste, no summit is unsurmountable.
Look, nothing would make me happier than, Chicago hometown hero beating the #1 seed. But let's not kid ourselves. It's an uphill battle. It's going to be a difficult, rocky ride that involves a lot of adaptation.
Hey, Kevin, would you say it's a mountain to climb?
Yeah.
Hey, that was a joke for us, folks. I'm sorry. But, in the meantime, it's going to be bocchi and ShinyMark getting ready to get right into it. You see bocchi maybe getting a little bit nervous. I don't know if you saw that deep breath that happened there. Not something we saw before the last set as well. So it's not just this is how I get my mental set, but this is, oh God, what am I about to go through? Right? But we're getting started here on small battlefield, and at least bocchi can be happy about that.
Right, absolutely. There's not any big noteworthy Pikachus in Chicago from what I know as well, so I don't know how much matchup experience bocchi has in this one. Not that I think that is necessarily going to come into play too much, but just speaks to another layer that you have to overcome.
Lucina does have some tools, right? We saw the Dolphin Slash early to get out of some of the extended combos if you're not framed perfect, right? Lucina does have a good combo escape tool, though it might be the middle. Plus has some decent tools to at least try and edgeguard Pikachu back. But you mentioned this being one of Lucina's worst matchups, and that's because Pikachu just in general is so hard to edgeguard, and that being where so much of Lucina's skill potential comes from.
Now, finding a pretty nice opening here is bocchi, and ShinyMark does plank under the stage, gets to the other side, and resets neutral a little bit, and I don't think bocchi is ready for that momentum shift. Off stage now, big edge guard. You're the one getting edge guarded now, bocchi. You've got to adjust.
Yeah, the drop off ledge there, instant wall jump into the edge guard there. ShinyMark just, even in pools, right? He says, this is optimal. This is what I'm going to do. I'm not trying to style. I'm not trying to cook. At least to get things started, I just want to showcase my character to his fullest. I want to coast through this one. And as you mentioned before, he is willing to plank. While we're seeing the combos right now, this man is not unwilling to time you out. It does not matter who you are.
No. I like the down air. They're catching at the very end, but again, you have to deal with the plank, so all of your momentum's kind of gone. You don't get to play this cadence game plan that you're so used to playing in a fighting game. ShinyMark resets every advantage situation to force you to not only change your cadence, but play advantage again at a different time.
Go the routes, the air dodge there, getting caught. ShinyMark there with a rare panic option, but when you don't expect the skull bash, that's where it makes you pay, right? The mistech, unfortunate for bocchi, but at least able to push ShinyMark to the corner, potentially get a stock there, but this man doesn't miss his quick attack angles. This is like absurd ledge play.
Yeah. Yeah, the quick attack angles again started this interaction. The second quick attack moving down is what started this big combo. That's 40%. On the last stock, you got to find some big stuff happening.
And the full drift there off the drop through as well, literally covering everything humanly possible, Kevin. You see, right? bocchi just grasping for straws there, looking for an F smash, trying to say, I don't even know how to touch you when you're in the corner. It feels like off stage, you're harder to hit than when you're on it, and that should never be the case. Even there, right? It's just the raw F tilt catching you out on landing for being a little bit tricky with it. That's what causes you the stock, and now you have to be careful about the edge guard again.
Yeah, unable to get the tech again on that one. The down air sending towards the stage. I was a little bit surprised myself, but it was the sour, not the sweet, and bocchi's gone.
And, I mean, listen, that's about what we expected, right?
Yeah.
And if you're bocchi, you feel pretty solid about that, right? You were doing a decent job in neutral, right? You were getting out of some of these longer combos. You were forcing him to really push you to the corner multiple times, but you just weren't able to maintain those advantage states. You did get ShinyMark to the corner. You did get him to legend. You did get him off stage. But you just were really never able to find a way to even use those resets when he went to ledge. Maybe mixing in a couple more down tilts this time around to just reset those ledge situations would help and force the technical play to happen even more from ShinyMark at the very least.
ShinyMark is able to change the pace of the game. That's something that, like, there's only a few players, I feel like, in the world that are so adept at controlling the cadence of the game, slow, fast, speed up, entirely stop the momentum. You know, Peanut is one of those players. Leo is one of those players. ShinyMark is showing himself to also be one of those massive players.
Listen, I love the T-Jolt here, trying to maybe find a drag down instead looking for the forward air, expecting that jump back to platform there. Maybe a little bit more patience from Lucina and trying to catch you out on the read. You see ShinyMark starting to implement some of what he scouted in Game 1 already there. And they're right, Pikachu can commit so far, and then even if you pull the option to get out, Quick Attack still gets to reset the situation in your favor. Plus the Thunder Wave Bound. Again, the tricky movement, the walls you get to set up here with this character are just absurd.
Yeah, absolutely. So what do you do here? Like, right? What's your win condition if you're bocchi? Like, how do you, what do you have to implement if you want any chance of turning around a stock?
You need to find a way to start to bait Pikachu in with your movement a little bit more and not get hit by every single one of these falling neutral airs, right? That hitbox is very good, but Pikachu has very stubborn ones. Lucina has the ability to outspace you, right? To find some of these fade back forwarders, to find things like dash attack. The thing that's scary against that is T-Jolt. So how do you force them to commit to jumping in on you without using T-Jolt to cover themselves? And then how do you space things back, utilize slingshot, fade backs to slow the pace of the game down and cover yourself?
Yeah, absolutely. I love that. Getting back to stage and just going for a raw F smash. It's the right choice sometimes, and it's the type of swinging that you need to make happen. When you're against a player that controls the cadence of the game, you have to switch up your own cadence.
I love that from ShinyMark, looking for the Thunder there, just didn't want to quite pull the trigger on the up smash. Instead, up tilt, tries to pick it up after the fact. Even though you don't find it, right, you catch them in a scramble, and they're still never able to hit you. Dancing Blade now does deal 20, but it just resets the situation, and ShinyMark's so comfortable from going from coast to coast, whereas you're seeing bocchi have to jump back, get caught above center stage, finding ways down very creatively, and honestly doing a good job, but it's finally, right, these down tilts, as we were talking about before, that are giving him a chance of a way in.
Bocchi's playing so patiently and disadvantaged as well, not burning their jump early, not burning an air dodge too early, and it's allowed them to get back to stage so confidently. ShinyMark's going to have to start swinging for the fences, and then at that point, bocchi might actually be able to find some reversals here, but you have to get out of this combo first. Fair breaks it up.
Yeah, huge there from bocchi. ShinyMark, they're looking for that up air bridge, but just dropped it, and that rare flub from him, he's so consistent with those, right? Means that he's going to have, bocchi's going to have a chance. You do have to go around, but Lucina has the speed to contest you. Didn't call out the quick attack angle, but but I like the idea to go for that because if you get it wrong, right, you go to platform, they're far away from you, and it just resets entirely.
I love that air dodge, but ShinyMark chases it with the grab, trying to get back to stage, eats the down air hard. Bocchi, even though Pikachu's at 93%, you have to deal with planking, you have to deal with T-Jolt. How do you aggress?
Well, down air 2 frame there was just absurd. And how do you aggress? The answer is sometimes you just do what you can and you gotta pray a little bit, right? And right now he is pulling out all the stops. Bocchi is doing such a good job in this game, right? He has been up time and time again, and it was literally getting 2 frame. That is the only reason he's down here, and ShinyMark had to still steal that one back. But right now it's about keeping the discipline, because again, ShinyMark will play the patience to a T, and now with a lead, Pikachu gets to play so defensive. When they're down early, that's the driver's seat Lucina wants to play in. But here you're seeing Bocchi get caught swinging, and ShinyMark makes Sonics pay. He's gonna make you pay too.
Oh yeah. This is the downer. This time reverses the center stage situation, but ShinyMark pulls the momentum back in their favor. Now looking for some more neutral game plan, again slowing down the pace of the game. Reset the cadence. ShinyMark is always in control. Big jab lock into forward smash is going to take game 2.
Well, that stutter step at the end too, so clean, right? You got to get that jab lock, and then the 1 frame dash back, right, like S smash there, just to give yourself a little bit more space to get that sweet spot, because otherwise if you miss, it can be, you know, you can even miss entirely on certain characters. The bounce can cover things wildly. You can hit the sour spot and accidentally mess it up. That being said, if you're Bocchi, you feel really good about that last game. Maybe not the last stock, but you say, I laid out the blueprint and I executed.
Yeah.
I got 2 frames. It happens. There's not a whole lot I can do about that there. But until that point, I was winning.
Yeah, that's true. We saw the vision, right? We saw the potential. The down airs were incredibly strong for ledge trapping ShinyMark. There were so many situations where Bocchi had full control and was able to rack up continuous damage. But yeah, you have to find those openings.
And I like this just from Bocchi. He's trying to slow the pace of the game down, mixing up his landings, utilizing some more of these downers. Now he's willing to start to take some of these hits on shield, fade it back with the swing, reset the scenario. Now gets the push to the corner, has an opportunity here. But again, it's this over-aggressiveness. You're seeing it with some of these dolphin slashes and F smashes that we didn't see before. The antsiness has just been a little bit more present for him down 2-0 than the other 2 games of the set. And I feel like that might be the mental going just a little.
Yeah, absolutely. Nice. Catches the jump with the forward air, but one more lease on life. Bocchi has it, but ShinyMark says, go ahead, cancel your lease, no 60-day notice.
Hey, listen, at least Hugs isn't the landlord, right? Anyways, the up tilt gonna catch you on landing, force you out, pressure you to ledge. The neutral air, though, not gonna quite get the stock because the trade, just beautiful job from ShinyMark there, throwing in the hitbox, recognizing the hit he can take to a T to at least force you off. The dolphin slash does get it. Kevin going full bias mode, clapping for that stock. It's okay, my friend. I would do it if it was my friend against ShinyMark.
Okay, again, resetting the momentum. So here's the situation. I think Bocchi is actually favored in scramble situations. Okay. Whenever the cadence is clear about what's going to happen, Bocchi's making all the right decisions. But whenever ShinyMark gets an advantage state and resets the cadence, you die.
And that was a scramble situation that didn't go Bocchi's way, right? And that's what we're talking about with the mental. Is he starting to feel like when he gets hit or when he's in these scraps, whereas before he was really disciplined, making all the right decisions, now he's just swinging for the fences, right? And ShinyMark is starting to read those. He's recognized the situation and is calling it out. Now you're seeing the full, right, lightning loops, up air bridge, drag down, reset, into the read for the edge guard, goes for the down air. ShinyMark getting so tricky with it, doesn't close out just yet. But you can see, right, he's trying to make a clip happen on Bocchi. He feels like this one's in the back.
Yeah, so Bocchi had a little bit of fatigue there, you know, just kept getting juggled, wasn't able to SDI out. Actually was able to reset their mental and the momentum, but now that ShinyMark is on the back foot, can we close out the stock? Quick attack can't be punished right now, even with the parry, going for the shield breaker, swinging for the fences. Bocchi wants something to close out the stock so that they can start their game plan on stock last, but I don't know if it's happening for them.
Listen, last is on mainstream right now, though. He has got a chance to show up here on the side by forcing ShinyMark onto his own. Right, Bocchi has the chance, but he just needs to find his way around the T-Jolt. I love these wavelengths. They are so perfect every time from Bocchi. But again, it's just a scramble. He's swinging for the fences, and that's going to cause him to drag down reset. ShinyMark could have got an up smash, but just didn't pull the trigger.
One more chance here. Oh, nothing punished there. A lot of scramble right here. ShinyMark wants to back this up. Actually is able to re-aggress with the down air. Juggle situation is coming in. The up air isn't going to quite kill. One more up air will, but I love the wait on the air dodge. Bocchi had to make the exact right decision to air dodge in. Who's air dodging in right there? You're going to get punished anyways. ShinyMark had a great closeout.
I was going to say, I really like the point that you brought up, right? Even if he air dodges in, and Pikachu gets a quick attack down, get down before you, and still hit you for it.
Yeah.
But you still don't get down for picking the right option.
Yeah.
She is so good at sharking your movement, right? Mirroring you like a shadow boxer, right? You saw, starts here, tries to find, Pikachu just gets to sit in the middle and wait, right? Has that up air to cover the arc. Okay, you drift back, Pikachu just gets to follow you.
Yeah.
And if you air dodge out, we saw, you're dead. You air dodge anywhere other than in, well, you're just dead.
Right.
And you air dodge in, well, Pikachu still gets a fastball to ledge, or quick attack back down to stage. Worst case, catch your landing, and then get the whole juggle reset, do it all again.
Big ups to ShinyMark just standing here, right here.
How's it going?
Great set.
Good stuff.
But I'm going to be honest, Bocchi had some crazy plays. That was such a close set. It's going to be a great one to review for him. I mean, it was so close in so many situations. There were so many advantage states where Bocchi was doing so incredibly. Even with how bad that matchup is for Lucina, Bocchi made it look doable the whole time. Against the best Pikachu in the world, that's something that you can definitely take home and be happy about. But dejected right now, I think, is Bocchi going to losers.
I think he is a little bit too, and I think you could feel it even after those first two games. Again, right, we saw a couple over-aggressive dolphin slashes, other options that we saw the panic come out, the discipline break through, right, and break down a little bit, and it's just unfortunate to see it end that way. But again, as you mentioned, and he did a really good job, and he maintains his composure in losers, takes the deep breath, and resets himself. I think we could see Bocchi go on a run, because I agree with you. He's playing out of his mind today, Kevin.
Yeah, you have to be able to reset after that one. Understand you were going against the #1 seed, and so the fact that you lost is not, like, it's expected, but the point is you played really well against that. You have to take those nuggets of gold from that game and use it to bolster your morale going into losers.